بعض الناس يعانون من ارتفاع ضغط الدم لديهم لسنوات طويلة دون أن يشعروا بأي عرض. لقد قيل لنا منذ الصغر أن ضغط الدم المرتفع وغير المراقب يزيد من احتمالية الإصابة بمشاكل صحية خطيرة كالنوبة القلبية والسكتة الدماغية، لكن هل هذا صحيح فعلا؟ تعالوا معنا لنكشف لكم معلومات مهمة صادمة لم نسمع بها من قبل عن مشكلة ارتفاع ضغط الدم، وذلك لطبيب قلب أمريكي شهير كشف مفاجأة مدوية. لمعرفة كافة التفاصيل تابعنا بعد هذا الفاصل.
The first thing to say is there is nothing that generates more anxiety than high blood pressure numbers. Okay, as part of my work, when I do a clinic, patients come, they have their blood pressure measured by the nurses, and the first thing that everyone worries about is, oh my God, what was my blood pressure? What was my blood pressure? And what I wanted to try and do is try and make things slightly clearer, because I don't think the numbers are that important. So, let me try and explain this in a simplistic sense so that you can understand it. Okay, the reason blood pressure is considered important is because if people have a persistently elevated blood pressure, then there is evidence that they are at a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes over many years. Okay, and if you can lower the blood pressure, then there is evidence that it reduces that risk by about 25% as a ballpark figure. However, it is not as straightforward as just lowering the number. So in blood pressure, we realize that it's far more important as to who you are and what your other risks are, which decide your risk of stroke. So let me give you an example. There was a very interesting study, or an interesting paper by Erica Wallace in Heart Journal 2002, which was called Cardiovascular and Coronary Risk Estimation in Hypertension Management. And what they found, what they demonstrate is this. They said that actually, let me just bring this up. Yeah, they took two patients, they demonstrated two patient groups. Okay, both patients had a blood pressure of 150/96. But patient A was young, she was female, she had low cholesterol, she was a non-smoker, she didn't have diabetes. And in her, the risk of having a problem in 10 years was incredibly low. In fact, you would have had to treat 321 people with blood pressure medications to make any difference to one person. However, there was another patient with the same blood pressure of 150/96. He was male, he was much older, 65, his cholesterol was high, he was a smoker, he was diabetic. In him, the risk of something bad happening to him over 10 years was much higher. And therefore you only needed to treat 16 people to make a difference to one life. So what this goes to show is it's not the blood pressure that is important. It's all the other things. It's the age. It's whether you have diabetes. It's whether you smoke. It's whether you're sedentary. If you are someone who is generally fit and well, who doesn't smoke, who doesn't have any risk factors, who lives a healthy lifestyle, who minimizes his stress, who sleeps well, your risks from having a high blood pressure are incredibly low. If, on the other hand, you do all those things which are actually bad for our health, including being overweight, smoking, being stressed, not sleeping, being diabetic, etc., then the risk is much higher. And therefore, what I'm trying to get across is that the number is not important. What we shouldn't be doing is focusing on, oh my God, this is my number, I need to get that down. What we should be concentrating on is the general state of our health and thinking, okay, well, if I'm sedentary, then I need to get more exercise. If I'm stressed, I need to minimize my stress. If I smoke, I need to cut that down. Trying to move from being an unhealthy person to a healthy person makes a far bigger difference to our overall risk compared to just reducing the number or making the number look nicer.
نستنتج مما سبق أن قرار اللجوء إلى الأدوية الخافضة لضغط الدم المرتفع يتوقف على مدى خطر الإصابة بالأزمة القلبية والسكتة الدماغية، وإن عوامل الخطر ليست لدى الجميع بنفس النسبة، فهي ترتبط بعوامل أخرى كثيرة مثل العمر والجنس والأمراض المزمنة كالسكري من النوع الثاني مثلا. وفي حالة ارتفاع ضغط الدم لدى الأصحاء جسميا يمكن عدم اللجوء إلى الأدوية فورا كما يفعل بعض الأطباء للأسف، وإنما يتم مواجهة الارتفاع بوسائل أخرى عديدة مثل المواظبة على ممارسة الأنشطة الحركية والإقلال من الملح وإنقاص الوزن. كتاب المكملات الغذائية ليست كلها تعمل هو من أهم الكتب العربية التي تم تأليفها عن المكملات الغذائية في العصر الحديث، حيث تم إطلاق هذا الكتاب في عام 2018. يتحدث هذا الكتاب عن آخر ما توصل له العلم الحديث من تقدم في صناعة وإنتاج المكملات الغذائية حول العالم. يعتني هذا الكتاب فقط بالمكملات الغذائية التي تباع على شكل علب جاهزة للاستخدام، ولا يتطرق لخلطات أو أعشاب تخلط عند العطار. ما يميز هذا الكتاب أن المعلومات المتوفرة فيه مستمدة من الأبحاث العلمية لا من الإعلانات التجارية، وهو مكتوب بلغة سهلة جدا يفهمها المختص وغير المختص. يتكون الكتاب من 400 صفحة ومقسم إلى 9 فصول. وأخيرا يمكنكم تحميل هذا الكتاب من الروابط الموجودة في الوصف. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.